Okay, we can get this started today. For those of you still coming in, just find a seat. Wait till everything's rezzed, find a seat. My name is Sugar Palino. I am co-owner and co-founder of Island Oasis. My job here is to take care of everything in world. My partner is Damian Palino. He's the other co-owner and co-founder. His job here is to take care of everything out of world, all the technical things. He's the one who does all the servers, the upgrades, the programming, excuse me, implements all the new technical things that will be happening here in I.O. To my right is Miss Sophia Palino. She is on my executive staff. She is also the Island Oasis Marketing Director. She pretty much does everything that we do. She's my right hand. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's start with stats. Okay, our stats for this month. Oh, yep, that would be my phone. Active regions, we have 204 active regions. Total residents is 7,991. Total logins for the last 30 days is 6,682, and unique logins for the past 30 days is 978. Our new member count as of, what are we in, October, so last month, is 286 new members, which is up from the month before, which was 277 new members. So far this month, we are on the 5th day of this month, we have 50 new residents in I.O. So I'd like to welcome all the new residents. At this point, Damian, as I was stating before, Damian is in Second Life because he was asked to appear on the In-World Review, which gets, they film it in Second Life. So it's kind of exciting for I.O. because he's being, they're talking lots of different things about I.O. So as soon as he's done with that, he'll be up here to do our meeting because we have a lot of things that we're going to be covering at this meeting, a lot of new things that we're releasing the information today. So you guys will be able to hear it first. Okay, I got that. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is our grid survey. Hypergrid Business does a survey every year, and all the OpenSIM grids, except obviously for Second Life, she doesn't have it for Second Life, but for all the other ones, they do surveys. All the members on the grids fill out a survey and cheat total scores and things. That's where we also get our ranking. Since we opened up in March of 2011, we have ranked in the top 10 in the world for OpenSIM grids. And I would say for the past 3 years, we have ranked in the top 5 consistently. So, way to go, I.O. You guys are great. With this survey, we won the first year. We took the top grid the first year, which was, Sophia, was that 2011 or 2012? I think it was 2011, actually. Okay, that's what I thought.
Sorry, I don't have my
Yeah, Tommy, you guys were here back then, weren't you? I think you and Daisy were, and Lion and Cat. But that was back in 2011. We took first place there. Um, this year, we took first place again. So we are extremely excited about that. For those of you who want to see the survey or to see the results in the article, I will post that in local. I would like to thank everybody in IO. Um, you guys are what makes IO. I say this at every meeting that, we can build a grid and the land for you guys, but every member in IO is what makes IO possible. If you guys weren't here, there wouldn't be IO. So really, I would like to thank all of you, each and every single one of you, for being a part of IO. So yeah, when you get a chance, go ahead, take a look at that, make a comment if you wish. But yeah, I'm really proud of everything that we've done here. And we are going to just continue to keep striving to do more and more. Okay, I'm going to kind of reiterate what we did last month because it was not able to be recorded, but I will kind of quickly go through my spiel. Sophia will come up after me and do hers. By that time, Damien should be here, and he's the one who's got all the juicy details. So definitely want to make sure you stick around until Damien gets up here so you can hear him. Also, if we could try to save all questions and things until the end of the meeting. At the end of the meeting, we always open the floor for any and all questions, comments, concerns. It just helps speed the meeting along a little bit quicker. Okay. We are going to talk about how to make money in IO, because we are getting a lot of content creators and a lot of new members in here, and sometimes people get very discouraged very quickly. If they don't see a lot of money coming in, well, they get discouraged, so then they go back to Second Life, or they just decide to close up shop here in IO. I could tell you, if you do these things that we talk about, that Sophia and I talk about today, if you do these, you will make money. Once Damien gets here, he will also go through the money stats. The economy is doing very well here in IO. So there's money flying around all the time. So let's try to get that money in your guys' account. And here's how you can do it. First thing, for those of you who own land or you have a parcel that you're able to change the description of your parcel, please make sure you put keywords in there. If you look at the slide behind me, example, this is my home region, my Palino Estates. Now, in the description, if you have a mall, let's say you have a mall on one of your regions, you want to put little details, skin, hair, clothing, shoes, whatever it is that you have there, put that in the description. You will see in my, I believe it's the third slide, why you would do that. That also goes if you have a parcel, if you have a shop that is parceled off and you're able to change that. Please make sure you put the description in your parcel details. Same with classifieds. Our classifieds get deleted every 90 days. The reason we delete classifieds, first of all, is we do not charge for classifieds, so they're free. if you've ever gone to some place, including SL is a big one, then you click on a landmark, you try to teleport there, it's either not what it's supposed to be, or it simply does not exist anymore. Well, that happens here also. But because they're free, they will never be removed if we don't have a tool that will remove them. So to try to keep our search things cleaner, we remove classifieds every 90 days after you place them. The easiest way to do your classified is put everything in a note card. Put what you want to say, put your texture that you want to use, but make sure when you make that classified, you are standing at the location of where that classified is going to teleport the member to. So that way, when you have this note card, it's real easy just to transfer all of that information back into your classified, and it'll be good again for another 90 days. Now, when people do searches here in IO, the two places we tell them to search is to do it under classifieds and places. And we tell them to do it under both, because both places will have different things. If somebody's classified runs out, they may not show up here, but they may have a place on somebody else's land or on their land where it will show up under places, and vice versa. They may not have a description under places, but they may have their own classified. So I always tell each person to search both tabs. I will also not, tell somebody if they're looking for a skin, well, you need to go to this store, because that's showing favoritism. I don't do that at all in any way. So please don't be offended if I don't tell you what stores to go to. I believe that everybody in IO is equal. So I make sure to tell them to use the search. And these are the search criteria that they need to look under. If you do not have a classified or you do not have a description in your land, you will not show up on search. And if you don't show up on search, you're missing out on all the potential revenue that you could be getting. Again, the slide. Oh, yeah. No, I think, did Butch, did he fix that? I thought he did.
I know we had it on the list to fix, but I just wanted to make sure. I don't know. We might want to mention it for in case. If somebody has one,
we'll
and
do
they're
that
not showing.
just in case. If your classified is not showing, it's because you have an apostrophe. Please do not use an apostrophe. Probably at the next town hall meeting, we'll be able to verify and let everybody know for sure if that is still an issue. I know for a long time it's been an issue, whether you use it in the classifieds or in your description. Do not use an apostrophe.
Or the title
of your land. It won't show. Yep, or the title of your land. Apostrophes, for some reason, give off a different character, and the system doesn't recognize it. So therefore, it just doesn't place it. Whatever you type will be gone. Don't use apostrophes. Okay, the slide behind me just shows again in search where people should be clicking. I gave an example under places. If you do a new member comes in and is looking for clothing, you type clothing, and anybody that has the description of clothing in their land description will show up on this list. So it's really, really important that you have those. Okay, next, advertising. As much as You may be well known in Second Life or whatever. I don't mean to burst anybody's bubble, but you're not well known here. Not all the new members come here and say, hey, I know this person's here. We definitely have to shop there. You may have some that are your friends that'll come in, but if you don't advertise to let people know who you are and what you do, you will not make money. So there's multiple different ways here to advertise for your business. Most of them are free or very, very cheap. Example behind me. These are the ad boards. They're just a few of the ad boards at the Welcome Zone. We have many up there to be utilized. Those are only 400 Pelino, and that's for the lifetime of the landmark. I periodically go through these, and any landmarks that are dead or do not go to the correct location, I delete that ad board. So if you want another ad, you have to pay another 400 Pelinos. That goes directly to me. You would put on a note card a texture that you want as your logo and a landmark, because that's what these are, is landmark givers. If you change your landmark, that ad is no longer valid, so you would have to redo it again. Okay, just a few couple things that I want to talk about, and then Sophia's going to come up. Some of the upcoming events. We have our holiday region. Right now, I have been setting up our Halloween sim. It's kind of cool. We have the haunted house. There's rides. We're looking at doing a big pumpkin hunt. Date is not finalized yet, but it will be at the end of October. The pumpkin hunt, we give out thousands of Pelinos. So definitely kind of a cool thing to do. Excuse me. In November, for those of you who do not have anybody to spend Thanksgiving with, or choose not to spend Thanksgiving with anybody, or don't really do Thanksgiving, me and Damien will be opening up our home, and we'll be sitting down on Thanksgiving and having Thanksgiving dinner with members here in IO. Anybody and everybody is welcome to come. That will be for November. Christmas, we are looking at having a Christmas gala, which is a very formal dance. We'll be having a live performer do our Christmas gala. And we're also talking about doing a secret Santa here in IO for Christmas, which I think could be kind of cool. But we'll give out more details as we're working them out. That's, again, still not set in stone on exactly how we're going to do that. But that's definitely something we want to do. Those are just grid events. Obviously, members here on the grid have lots and lots of their events. I know there's contests going on right now, corn mazes, things like that. So for right now, I will hand it over to Sophia, and yeah, we'll talk after she's done.
I'm getting there.
It's
a little say it's going. I can't stand up. Am I standing yet? Okay, there we go.
You're standing.
Oh my god. Oh. Everything moving just a little bit slow. Yeah. See? Okay, I knew I should have just stayed where I was.
Okay.
I'll end up in somebody's lap in a minute, I'm sure.
Are you able to click through the slides, or am I doing that?
I'm going to have you do that because it wasn't working for me earlier.
All right, just let me know when.
Okay. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sophia Polino, and I'm with Island Oasis on the executive staff team here. I did want to let everybody know that we are hiring. We're hiring for a lot of different things here in IO, whether it's DJs or people to help out with different sims, maybe hosts, greeters, things of that nature, even mentors. But we are hiring specifically marketing department right now. I'm trying to find 3 to 4 individuals to join the social media team, specifically for Facebook and other forms of social media to help out with that. And I'm in need of maybe 3 to 4 additional to add to that. We do have a special projects team here in Island Oasis, and it is content creators who actually create their own items. It's not like buying someone else's sculpt and using that to create, which that's creation too, but you're starting out with someone else's base. This is for creators who they actually start to finish. It's all them, whether it's their own textures, their own sculpts, whatever. And it's for different projects we have going on here in the grid to help build items that or sims that are located here that are grid owned. So if anybody's interested in joining the special projects team, let me know. You do get acknowledgement of that. And we do have an application for you to fill out, so I'm kind of in need of several people for that. Doesn't matter what you do, everybody has different skills. We could probably use anybody with any skills, so just let me know. If you want to go ahead, if you want to go ahead and click on that next slide, I don't know what you have up right now, but it should be the splash page. We do actually have advertising to be purchased with US dollars. One is our splash page, and that's the viewer splash page. So when you first load your viewer, the images that show there, and they do cycle through, when you purchase to have your ad of your location, business, service, or wares, whatever you choose, up there, it's only $10, and it runs for a 30-day advertisement. And you know, just if you're listening to the stats that Sugar had gave about how many different logins we have per month, that's a lot of views. So we do offer that for $10. And we also have marketplace advertising, and that's where your ad appears as a small banner ad at the top of the marketplace site, and that's $5 US dollars. And again, same thing, it's a 30-day run advertisement. Now, if anybody's wanting a money-saving deal, if you do both, instead of 10 for the one and 5 for the other, it's $12 for both, and you do get the 30 days. How that works is you just go to the site that you created your account on, islandoasis.biz, and you log in there. There's a section where you can click to purchase those ads. And if anybody needs help, see any one of us, Damian, Sugar, me, we can help you out with that. I'm just going to copy and paste this in case anybody needs it. But because a lot of times people have asked what kind of format, what size should the ad be, so that'll help you out there with that, what the ads should be. Now, we have had a few people asking, well, I don't want to use US dollars. Don't you have any kind of ads or whatever that just takes your in-world currency, the Polinos? We did recently set up a system where we can do advertising on our news site. It's the Island Oasis Information Portal. It's where we have all of our monthly news. We have anywhere between 4,000 and 8,000 hits just on the main pages there every single month. I mean, it's just insane how many people go to see that site. So we do sell advertising there, but we try to make it extremely affordable in world. It can be purchased here in this region. There's a teleporter at the back of this area here we're sitting at. There's a link to go up to the marketing department. Diana Herberg is with our marketing department. She can help. I can help. There's a variety of other people who can kind of assist with that, but there's an office that people can go and purchase their advertising, and it's $250, $500, or $1,000. That's for the whole month, Polinos and World. So it's really, really cheap advertising to get your listing there, your logo or whatever you want listed for your ad. And again, that's for 30 days as well. Sugar, I'm not sure what slide that's on, but if you can go to the Facebook image. Some of you who may be here may be new to our grid, and what we've tried to do is compile a note card of support for incoming merchants or new people. It doesn't matter. Maybe you're not a merchant. Maybe you have a, you're not selling a physical or a virtual good item. You have service to offer instead, or a club or whatever, or just want to get out there and network. I've got a list of resources that are completely free, don't cost anything to network, promote, and advertise your business, your wares, your services. All of those are free. So if anybody wants that note card with that complete list, let me know. One of those, of course, would be our Facebook group page and our regular Facebook page, as well as some Enworld things. So there's a whole huge list. If anybody wants that note card, just let me know and we'll help you out there. I did want to let people know that if you're looking for additional ways to make money, maybe you don't have a store, but you're willing to help out, we do have I've got a landmark I can give anybody who needs it to the Iowa Employment Center, and the listings that are there so far are ads for, they're just boards you click to get the application, and they're for things like our greeters, our mentors, joining the marketing department, and being a DJ here in IO. So if any of you are a host, you know, a lot of these jobs are unskilled and we'll train you. So if anyone's looking to make any Enworld currency or have an Enworld job, let us know. You know, go up there and see what's there to be offered. You know, it's a good way to earn some currency on a steady basis for your shopping and whatnot. Sugar had mentioned the ad boards earlier. So in addition to the grid-owned ad boards, which are located at the Welcome Zone and the Shop the Block Center, there's a lot of members out here who they may have their own locations where they have ad boards out. So check with other members too. They may be having ad boards on their sims that you could use for further advertising. So that's always something as well. Now, Sugar mentioned some events coming up in October. This year we're going to be seeing our second annual corn maze. Some of you have donated already. I'll be getting the information back to you as far as listing as a gold, silver, or bronze level sponsor. But we're looking for sponsors, and what the corn maze is it's a maze that just kind of sits up there all month. People can wander around, but as they're going through the maze, so far this month I've just been putting out random pumpkins that you click on and you get money to collect. So you can collect money along the way. Throughout the month, and I can't tell you what days and what places because it's all up to the merchants when they have time to go set things out. Different merchants will be setting things out that'll just be free to copy or buy for $0, but so that you can collect those along the way as hunt items too. Now when you navigate the maze, inside there is a maze vault somewhere in the middle, and there's additional prizes and things there for people as well. We kind of wrap up this whole month at the end of the month, and we do it on the 30th instead of the 31st. Because keeping in mind, real life should come first for everybody, and I realize some people have events and things real life that they have going on during the holidays and during Halloween. So we have our corn maze and our costume race, our corn maze race and our costume contest on the 30th. So far we have amassed quite a bit. I know for sure we're going to be giving out over 15,000 Polinos worth of money and prizes, over 10 grand just in the money alone. For example, the contest, the costume contest, some of you were here last year for that. There's 9 different categories. You can win in more than one category, but the winner of each category can get an additional 500p just for that. For the maze race, we look for the 4 who complete it with the fastest times. And we're giving out over 5 grand in P's for the top 4 winners, starting at 2,000, 1,500, 1,000, 500, and so forth. So there's a lot of different prizes and stuff to be won on that day. It's kind of a huge, big giveaway day, but I'll be announcing and sending out group notices regarding that throughout the month. Anybody wants to look at our news page, I'll be listing more details on that on our information portal as well this month. How you get to our news page is when you go to islandoasis.biz. If you look to the left-hand side, there is a link there to our news, so you'll be able to see it there. And the final thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is our Sun Curse sim. We've been kind of working on getting that up. We do have our own in-house vampiric game, role-play game. It's up to players whether they want to take it to a role-play level, if they just want to use it as a gaming level, but it does have a complete HUD and all the items there. But what I wanted to announce again was that we do have shops that are open, and we wanted to make this completely affordable for residents here who are on the grid. They're very small shops. You don't get a lot of prim. It's only 50. But with Halloween coming up, it's a great time to take advantage of those little shops. We've reduced the price from 50 a week down to 10 a week. to try to keep that affordable for people. So anybody who has vampiric items, gothic items, ghost goblins, coffins, any other related wares, go grab one of those. See me or Sugar, and we can add you to the group so you can res as a merchant there. And that's at the Sun Curse M. Anybody going to the map or searching world can find Sun Curse. So anyway, that's basically all I had for now, and I'm going to turn that back over to Sugar.
Thanks, Allie. As you can see, the man of the hour is here. He has lots and lots to talk about. So, Damien, you got your headset on and things all set? Okay, unpress mute.
Oop, hey.
There you
Sorry
are.
about that. Okay, I'm here. Yep, all good. All right, let me get up here. Oh, if I can move, that would be awesome. I'll just cheat and sit like that. There we go. Hey.
See, at least I'm not the only one drifting off.
There we go.
Like,
Hey, I'm sitting. I want to stand. Hey, there we go. Okay.
Oh boy, been a long day.
Hello, everybody. It's been a crazy, crazy day. So glad everybody can hear. Wow, good turnout. Glad to see everybody here. Lion, wow. Daisy, Tommy. All right. Anyway, I want to get started. I have a couple things I want to cover. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do have some things, some pretty exciting things, some new things, some fun things that I want to cover. The first thing that I think. Am I going through
the slides, or are you clicking them?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Because I'm cool like that. I can do that. I can multitask. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is once that texture registers for everybody, is our new viewer. For some of you may already be aware of this. Others of you may not. We are currently working with the Firestorm folks, the developers over at Firestorm, to build us a custom viewer just for IO, fully customized for us with our logo, our everything, our in-world currency symbol, the whole 9 yards. Also, they're incorporating Oculus support into this viewer. This viewer will be available no later than the 15th of this month, so it's coming soon. And to confirm questions that some folks may have had, Oculus Rift is completely 100% client supported. It has nothing to do with the server end. It's all client based. Really what it is it's a glorified viewer. The viewer, what happens is the viewer takes the imagery and projects it into the headset, and the headset projects the images in such a way that it gives you that three-dimensional immersed kind of feel. So that's the objective, and so that viewer is in that development process is in process. We're working with them right now, and like I said, we should have that available for download on our website no later than the 15th. So that's happening. So it is based on the Firestorm code base, but they're pulling in the Oculus Rift support into that viewer for us. So that's happening. That's kind of exciting. The other thing working on, next, wait for the slide to happen. Did I crash? No. Oh, I think I had actually 2 slides of that image. And what's going on here? Oh, there it goes. Slow. My bad. The next slide, we're working on, once that texture renders, we're working on a Facebook app. I spoke very briefly about this morning at the in-world review. We're launching, it's currently in beta, where we're launching a Facebook app. Should you find yourself in a situation where you're in a place where you're unable to log on with the viewer, but you need to be able to get in touch with somebody who you need to talk to, or somebody you need to send money to, or you need to check your balance, or you need to check your transactions, and you're not in a position where you can install a viewer on the computer, or let's say you're in a facility that has all the gaming ports blocked, and so you can't log in with the viewer, not even the Radagast viewer, which is a text viewer. This is an alternative for you. It allows you to log on to the grid. It does, in fact, log you onto the grid. Your avatar does land in world. You can talk in IM. You can talk in local chat. You can send money to other avatars. You can look at your balance. You can look at the last 100 of your most recent financial transactions. So it's a tool for that purpose, and that is in beta testing now. It's coming along nicely. I've been kind of playing around with it and having some fun with it. So that's one of the other things we have ongoing right now that we're kind of excited about, and that's kind of fun. Let's see, the beta grid. Obviously, we're talking about the beta grid. That is in process. We are doing beta testing. We expect to have that open for residents within the next week. Our own testing has taken a little longer than we anticipated, but it will be available for everybody to do their own beta testing. We will start accepting not applications, but names of those people who are interested in assisting with the beta testing. So you can drop me a note card with your name in it, or a note card with a list of names of people in your team or your group of people who are interested in participating in the beta testing. And we expect that we will have that beta grid open and available to you by the end of this week, and we will provide you with the login information at that time. We'll be pulling a good bit of content from the production grid so we can do some good testing. You'll have access to your full inventory on the beta grid, so you can do testing. Any changes and anything that you do on the beta grid will not impact your inventory here in World here, because it is a separate grid, segregated totally from the production grid. So that's ongoing right now as well. Next thing, this isn't. Wait for this one to render. I think this is the forums, or is this the fresh desk thing? I'm waiting for that to come up.
Slacker.
Hey, you're the one that made the slow projection TV thingy.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, okay.
it's the forums. Okay, some of you may already be aware of the fact that we switched. Initially, we were hosting the forums on our own web server, our own website. We ran into some complications with that, namely bots just pounding the site like you wouldn't believe, dragging the whole thing down to a crawl. So we've basically outsourced the forums to a separate host, a board host, and so please take advantage of those forums. It's a great place to share information, great place to get to know some people, advertise your in-world venue or product or service. I've created most recently a script repository where I'll be posting some free full-perm scripts where you guys can just grab or whatever. And it's also a good place for Q&A. If you have scripting questions, feel free to post them there. I will respond to them, and I'm sure other members here who are knowledgeable about OpenSim scripting would be more than happy to respond to those questions as well. So you can get to the forum from the forum link on our main website, and it will take you there. It opens in a separate tab. So yeah, that's out there, and I encourage everybody to participate in that. Next is the new help desk software. Up until recently, we have been using the Mantis. Mantis, some of you may be aware of what that is or familiar with the term. A Mantis trouble ticket system is really designed for tracking software bug issues. For example, the OpenSimulator.org developers, the OpenSim developers, use a Mantis system to track all of the bugs and resolutions to issues with the software. For us to do in-world support, to create trouble tickets for our residents, and so that our residents can track the status of a ticket through resolution. The Mantis was way overkill. It was way more than what we really needed. So once again, rather than using a solution that we were hosting on our own site, we decided to go with the Fresh Desk solution. It's really nice. It's fast. It's got a lot of cool bells and whistles, and it allows you guys to, you can log on with your Facebook account, or you can create an account right on the Fresh Desk site. And you can submit a trouble ticket, and when you do, you get a confirmation email, and any updates or changes made to that trouble ticket will be sent to that email address, so you get a copy. And when you go in, you can look at the ticket and look at the status and any comments or notes that the agent, the person who's working on the issue, has posted. They can also, as an agent working on the issue, we can post a comment and have it emailed to you, so you know when these updates are being made. So that's another nice feature. So that's now currently what we're actively using for tracking issues. Now, we had some historical data on the old Mantis system. Unfortunately, that data was not, we were unable to migrate that just for historical purposes. We were unable to migrate the historical data over to this new system, but I still have the old Mantis system that I can access if I need to. So what we can do with this is, as a ticket is submitted and the issue is resolved, we can mark it as a solution, and so then it goes and becomes part of a knowledge base that you guys can access and search. And as you know, issues come up and we resolve them and they become part of the knowledge base, and you guys have more, more information at your disposal if you're encountering issues. It's just another way for you guys to find help. Obviously, if it's not in the knowledge base, then feel free to submit a trouble ticket and we'll get right on it. Okay. So that's new since I think the last meeting. I think that's been rolled out. What else? I think this is the first time I've ever actually had slides during the town hall meeting. I can't remember. And now I'm waiting for this. I don't know if that's the end of it. The last thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know if I have any more slides. Let me check real quick here. Nope, that was the last one. All right, that was my last slide. The last thing I do want to talk about quickly is data redundancy, data security. In light of what has recently happened over in OS Grid, and some of you may or may not be aware of what occurred over there. OS Grid is a grid that is owned and, well, it's operated by the OpenSim developers. Those are the group of guys, the volunteers, that actively develop and enhance the OpenSim software. They run OS Grid, and it acts as a test bed. That's where they do all their beta testing. Recently they've had a significant issue where they had a disk failure in their database or in their data array that was storing all the asset data. And subsequently, they've been down for over a month. They're actively working on getting that data restored. Based on what I heard earlier this morning, they have been able to get the data restored, but it cost them a considerable amount more money than they anticipated. But still no time frame as to when that grid will be back up. But in light of what happened there, some of you, yeah, Craft World had the same issue. Exactly. It was a RAID failure. Yeah. These things happen. And as IT professionals, someone in my line of work, part of the job description is to be in a position where you're prepared to deal with those types of things. So what I want to discuss with you real quick is to give you an overview. What we currently do is we also have a RAID array that stores all of the asset data. Similar scenario with OS Grid. We do run backups on a regular basis, and those backups are stored off-site. That was not the case with OS Grid, so they had no backup to fall back on. That was their fault. Craft World did have a backup, and they're going to have their grid back up shortly. So just giving you kind of to put your mind at ease. These things happen, but we're in a position here in Island Oasis where we can handle the outage. And should something like that happen, we're in a position to recover quickly from it. We're also looking into the possibility of going with a cloud-based storage solution, similar to what Kitely does now, where all the asset data is stored on the Amazon cloud. And of course, the Amazon data centers are hyper redundant. In fact, I think they've got redundant data centers, not to mention just internet connections and power and backing up full rate arrays every 10 minutes or something like that. It's ridiculous, but we're looking into that possibility too. But just to put you guys' mind at ease, for those of you who may have heard what happened and maybe you were a little concerned and give some thought to it, we are actively working on taking steps, even further steps than what we've already taken, to ensure that that kind of outage and that kind of drive failure does not impact the grid adversely. So that's really kind of all I had. I don't know. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer to go over than what it did, but we're really excited. I'm excited about the viewer. I'm excited about the Facebook app. I think that's going to be a really cool thing. I use it at work when I'm at my real life job. I can log on. I can't log on with a viewer from there, but I can get on Facebook. So it allows me to be here in world so that I can respond to questions and issues should you guys have them. So it's just a nice to have. Again, it does actually log you on in world. Your avatar does land in world. So it's not like you're logging on to a secondary chat client and it's separate from the grid. No, it's integrated with the grid. And so it's kind of cool. Let me look at my notes here. Back up some redundancy, forces, beta grid, Facebook app. Yeah, that's really all I had. So I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna hand it over to Sugar.
Thanks, Damien. I'm gonna put you on spot here for a couple things, because that's my job.
Alrighty then.
First is, can you give the money stats? Because I was able to give all the rest of the stats, but I want you to do money stats.
Money stats. Let me bring them up quick.
Okay.
You can tell we've been together for way too long.
I know, right?
Okay, as of today, we've had in the past 30 days, this is a rolling 30-day total. We've had in the past 30 days over 7,300 financial transactions in world. A total of almost 500,000 Palinos have changed hands in the past 30 days, with a total of 1.8 million Palinos currently in circulation. So those are our money stats right now, as it stands right now.
So when I was talking to you guys about, there is money to be made here in IO, that goes to show you there's money exchanging hands everywhere in IO every single month. Don't miss out. It's all I can say is don't miss out. Do what you got to do. The steps that I showed you, the steps that Sophia showed you. Oh, I know. We need a box around him. You will make money here in IO, and it can be very profitable. Yeah, meat. Okay, so at this time, we are going to open up the floor for any questions. Sophia, if you want to hop up here. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to talk about? No, I told him I canceled because you were here.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, Damien's your stripper today. I'm sorry. I must have just brain farted that one. Oh my God.
What? What did I say?
Okay, moving on. Is there any other questions, comments, or concerns that are not related to strippers or Damien stripping?
Yeah.
Missed the memo. Oh boy.
That last. You
Okay,
and Tommy
something
should
we're
get
gonna
together.
do a little different here, just to kind of um, let people know of who people are. We're just gonna kind of, because we did this meeting pretty quicker than I thought it was going to. We're just gonna kind of go around the room. Go ahead, say your name, what you do. You know, let's get familiar with people here. So who wants to go first? Like a AA meeting or something. I'm Sugar Palino. Hi, Sugar.
Hi, Sugar.
You go first, Lion.
I'll go.
Okay, Sebastian, go ahead.
I am Sebastian Viper, and I am bringing to Island Oasis a bunch of designers, clothing, skin, hair, shoes, buildings, furniture. I have a virtual reality project that is going to be Oculus driven for adult entertainment. We're looking to get a little grit as well over here, and I look forward to to getting to know you guys, and I'm always happy to work together, and let's work as a team and make the grid more successful.
Awesome. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, who's next? I'm putting Tommy on the spot. Tommy.
I was going to say,
What
okay,
do
go
you do
ahead.
besides hire strippers?
Oh, you think he really does that, huh?
I think you would shoot him.
I think I would.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll get mine over with. Hi, I'm Daisy, and I shop.
With my credit cards.
With his credit card.
That's a good answer.
Hi, I'm Lion. Been taking a break for a while. Not doing much anywhere at the moment, but staying here in IO, just watching how things are developing, and have a lot of friends here. So that's just me for now.
Hi guys, I'm Kat Erie. I'm making jewelry. I've just been finally getting on the ball and making some over in another grid that shall not be named, but I will be bringing them over here shortly. I work a lot, so I'm happy to be contributing again over here and now. I'm going a bit slow, so have patience with me. And then Sophia, you don't mind holding